All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. All right, guys, hit that thumbs up if you're tuning in. Remember our disclaimer, which is that day trading is risky business. My results are not the typical results of a trader. Remember that copy trading does not work here on this channel. And lastly, I do not invest for my subscribers, so be careful of fake accounts. Relentless trader, good old relentless trader in the depths today, in the absolute slums of down a good old 2500, red 2500 today, man. Not a beautiful day, but I did follow my rules. The streak lives on. Sadly, though, I took losses on a lot of my go-to opportunities. Stock VSEE and IDAI are the top two that we're going to focus on today. Man, IDAI, can you guys believe I started this day up to about 1300? I started the day up green, 1300 or so on this stock. I was green 800 in the first like 40 seconds of the day. Everything was looking good as it usually does. And then I gave back profits on about 3 key trades, man, in this area here, where I thought I had winning trades. I believe it might have been from this green candle and into these two pullback candles. I thought I had winning trades. Looks like I got caught against the spread. That took me from being up 800, 900, 800, 900 to then only up 400 against an area where with the 3 winning trades I thought I had, I should have pushed up to maybe from 900 to like 14 to like 1800, right? I mean, the trades were solid trades. On one of them, I was up unrealized 2 cents, which is about $800 in just that trade alone. So it is a mess. But anyhow, we fought our way back here from up 300 to then up 1300 to then abruptly go from up 1300 to then flat to then red. Just a disaster, really and truly, in terms of not retaining gains, not easing off. There's a lot of things that we did well in terms of trying to take the right trades, but just coming out on the other side. So IDAI, for context, because context clues are important here. This one started off in after hours yesterday, lighter volume, but built up a little bit, and then more volume came in pre-market, and then even more so around 7:30 a.m. today, and that was why this one was on our radar. Coming into the open, I was watching and I was thinking we could see the opening surge here because this was the most active stock within the last, let's say, 3 minutes of the open. So I'm like, man, this one probably will have a good chance of going. I wasn't able to to tick the bottom, but I was able to ride the wave up here, getting in and out over and over repeatedly to make my first $800 to start the day. Right, if I come to my log here, you guys will see that I was long 40,000 shares at 37.30. At 9:30 and 19 seconds, I was in that trade for about 10 seconds. And I tell you guys, we're selling within seconds here. My average hold time per trade is about 10 seconds overall. Some trades I'm in and out in just a few seconds. Other trades I might hold 30 seconds. Sometimes it depends. But starting off the day pretty good here. This is about a $400 trade just right away, right off the bat. This one I'm in at 39 out at 39.5. About a $200 trade, and I'm in at 39.7. 39, let's see, 39.55556, and then 39.7, and then 39.76, 39.66, selling that at 39. And so you guys can see, even here, this is another like 4/10 of a penny, which should have been about a 150 trade right here. So we connected fairly well here, only 1/10 of a penny. That's not quite that impressive. Maybe only like $20, $30. But to start, and then, before we had our first loss right here, we had a good sequence to start. Man, I can't believe this stock. I mean, the fills weren't as great. A lot of the times, and I didn't check the float on this stock, a lot of the times the float, there needs to be a perfect storm for us to get the type of price action that we would love to be up like another 30,000 on the stock, right? The float on this one, 23 million, not as high as some of the other ones that we saw in the past where we were able to really dominate. Also a price point, right? We started off here around basically 40 cents, pushed up rather quickly, towards 50. Price range doesn't matter here. So in terms of where I gave back, I can pull up my archive here just to kind of show you guys a little bit of how everything transpired. Let's just jump into it. So Relentless, how did you give back? So man, just to kind of like zoom through it a little bit. Let's see. So we started off as mentioned up a quick 800 or so. I'm just gonna skip through. I believe right here we took a loss. I think we might have took a one like actual loss. Let's see. Right here, I'm attempting the 1 minute candle to make the new high. As you guys can see, it's a little tricky. And also, opportunity is going to cost because I'm watching this one and TOYO, which we're not really going to look at today, but it did take off. Red to green, bit of a double bottom. And then it looks like it was a little wild on this candle here, but that one did end up going into a halt up, or at least close to it. 1 minute candle to make the new high didn't quite work. So I'm going to skip ahead. Right here, I'm in 42.7. Let's just go back to see how this played out. 42.4 by 42.8. There's 43 on the ask. 42.5 on the bids. Looks like I'm gonna try to jump in here for break of 43. Fair fill, all things considered. Can we push over 43? We're at the level here. We're seeing a big bid popping up, 90,000 size, but it's not quite pushing through, and I get out there for a bit of a loss. Fair trades. It ends up holding 41 area, so I try to get back in. I'm in 41.4. We're at 42.1. 42.4 is on the ask, so I'm already up about 400 on realize here. But can we see that ask price push higher? I think this ended up being one of my better trades. And because my hotkeys weren't set up properly, or let's say my hot buttons, I usually would want bigger size here. My screen is like pretty small, and I needed to like pull my order entry over so I could have my bigger hot buttons. So I just started selling in literally 1,000, I think, 2,500 increments right here. This was maybe one of my better trades of the day. And, in at 41, I probably should have sold more. It looks like I sold another couple thousand here, but it's hard, and just in that quick time, back down from 44. And sometimes this is where you kind of forget a little bit about the strategy and what you should be doing. I probably should have sold everything into that resistance there. I'm in a great area. I probably should have sold everything into this resistance. Because look, as we come up here, watch the ask price, right? At 44. All right, I sell a little something. 44, there's just sellers here. Sellers, man. Especially this one, 70K size. And then look at that, 50K, 30K. Shares are getting filled, but not quick enough. Right here, I should have just bailed out everything. But I did a, fairly good job unwinding at least. Taking. And right here, I'm like, okay, can I hold 12,000 through the level? Green, and then another seller comes. Right here, I should have sold it all, noticing, and it looks like I tried. Okay, no, it looks like I sold 5K size. And when I sold almost everything, then it goes in classic fashion, but fine. And then back down. I think right here, I'm going to add back aggressively. And this is where I'm going to get burned. So I exited the last trade. So something that was interesting here is the stock didn't sell off, but I took too long to recognize that. I probably needed to be in already, but I'm gonna try to break out again, and I think I'm gonna get blazed. I think right here a bit of a higher fill. That's exactly what this ended up being. So I might have gotten chopped out of this trade. Looks like I didn't really give it time, and I would have been down a full penny here already, which is fine. But I needed to be in lower. The moment I'm noticing that's not a false breakout, but instead I'm not in. And then what I did was try to break out 45, and then I kind of got blazed. And let's see, 45 is holding. So I take it at 45.5. I'm like, okay, 45 is holding. Let's just take it. But I should have already been back in like 42 and just waiting. And right here, I'm thinking this is a good trade. We're opening up over the high. This looks like we're going to go for 50. And again, I kind of fell out of what the strategy is, which is to just, the moment that I'm getting this, I just need to say, hey, this is good enough. But right here, I'm thinking 50. And we saw 48 like for a brief second, and then the freaking thing is just in the slums, man. So just like that. And then the losses start, right? If we fast forward, it bounced up again, which I wasn't expecting. And just depths. But right here was backside. Try the dips. It's because it's backside, the dips are not holding. Try the dip again. Right here, lost money at the VWAP area. Two key things. If I was in on this trade here lower, and then instead I would have been in the same situation where I had a massive position, just selling and selling. Well, that's one. And then two, if the stock could have did its job, and which is the breakout actually working, it's rare that we hold up the false breakout twice and still fail. Okay, we faked out once, it held. I'm in 45.50, looking for 50 cents. I'm up 2 cents unrealized, or a cent and a half for a moment, and then the thing is back down. I'm taking a loss. And not to mention the trades that I said earlier in the recap right here. Like if you guys rewatch the live stream, I'm like, man, I took like 3 trades that I thought were winning trades. I should have been up like 3K on this stock, man. That's the fine line difference of this trading thing. And then this garbage stock that I just couldn't do anything on, VSEE. So let's see. I pulled it up. Okay, pulled it up. It was a 305. So, it made a move already. Or actually, hold on. Let's go back. The moment I pulled this thing up. Okay, we're at 82. So the breakout kind of happened already. I'm watching at it. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Trying to get my bearings. We're seeing $3. So again, you pull up a stock like this, it's just far too late already. Like you've missed the move. And then right here, I think let me see. I could have probably gotten in here. Let me just double check. Oh, 2. Well, no, I couldn't have gotten in there. There's no way I could have gotten in there. Yeah, again, I missed this into the halt up. I got one decent trade on the resumption, and then from there, I just, went to the depths. Let's see. Yeah, I got one decent trade on the dip, and then from there, so I'm in at 05 right here. How did this go? I'm out scratch. I'm back in at 3. I'm filled a little higher. The break and reclaim. Perhaps could have held it longer. Because we didn't really, yeah, I could have held, okay. See, and some trades like this are pretty close. It does get to 17. So right here, I'm watching it. This is like trying to get the bottom, basically. All right, we're coming down. I'm back out. It's showing that it wants to break below 3. I think I gotta go back some more. So I'm taking 04, but I know we could break below whole dollar, and if we do, I'm gonna try to get back in, and The fills are not really the best. So again, I tried 05. 05 looking a little shaky. So I'm like, okay, let's try to get back in. It comes down. And I guess my order is just a little late. Yeah, it looks like my order was a little late. And two things, I'm expecting an immediate move back to 5, 6, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10. But other than that, I think I could have given it a little bit more time here, being that we didn't really break back below 3. I mean, we did see 99, but trades like this, if I do hold and then I'm waiting a little longer here, we get 17 on the ask. I'm in at 03. So like right here, I'm coming out right here. This is a great trade of about 600 bucks. It adds up very quickly if you can be accurate. I think this is a fair attempt, but the moment I'm in, it's just back below 3. Not expecting that. Expecting a higher hold and then a move, like a continued move. But it seems like 95 was the buy right there. So this is, just a little out of rhythm. It double bottomed. I bought it high. Small differences like that. Because let's say I buy that below 3. Now I'm in a position to just hold it for another minute or so. And then, can we curl up? Let's see. Oh, looks like it went back down. Okay, it went down. So I would have probably stopped out flat anyways in that trade. And right here I was saying, like, man, this is looking like a Christmas tree. And that short sellers are in control. But the only way we can curl back up is if we perhaps get back over 3 and we get short sellers to cover. Now, we had resistance at 3. I think I could have been watching the level a little bit more closely to see how it would go. I didn't. And I kind of missed the move here. Here's 3. In fact, it looks like I might have... Okay, let's see. I came back on time. 93, 95. 98. Oh, hold on. 99. Okay, I didn't jump in for the break. I think, and that might have been a conscious decision. Like, I'll let it go, and then just, if we hold above the level, then I'll jump in. But it wasn't really dipping. So I tried 9. Where am I filled? 16. Oh, boy. Man. So that ends up being like a nothingness trade. And I didn't expect it to open up like how it did right there. I tell you, the spreads can get you. So I really needed to just be in here at 3, anticipating this move. And then waiting. The fine line, man. The dang fine line. No dip. After that bounce right there. And it was straight up to 30. And then I think it just failed miserably. I think it just failed after this. Something like that. Did this keep? I can't remember if it kept going. So I tried to dip. It went lower than I expected, and this move was like my last chance. It's like my only hope right here. So I'm in 305, and I'm holding with a stop at 3. And I said this on the stream. It's possible it could break down and reclaim, but I was hoping it wouldn't, because if it breaks down, we don't know if it's gonna reclaim every time, right? I'm like, okay. And right here, I needed to hold through this or even add, because I did try to add in some areas, but below 3, I'm like, okay, let's just cut it. But the moment I sell, it reclaims, man. Look at that, just, and it's so hard to just buy back because I'll be in at 11, and if it does false break here, I'm in at 11, it's back down at 90. So I knew if I got stopped out, that would have been it. And I got stopped out, and then look at this. 17. Man, it's just so brutal to see that happen, man. 20, here's the volume, 23. I could have been selling half right here. And then waiting for high of day, if we could get high of day here. Can we see high of day? Boom. Could have been selling another quarter here. And then perhaps maybe all out night right there, 49 or something, man. Depths. I try to take a dip off the high, but at this point, it's just lost cause. And that was the day. Red 1400, red 900. Started the day up plus 1400. Gave it all back. And then on this stock, a couple of close calls. And fine line. Stay safe, stay green, hit that thumbs up. Check out the links down below for the scanning software that we use. You guys can also check out, and if you do check this out, utilize coupon code Relentless for 25% off for 6 months. You guys can also check out Merciless Markets, the day trading course that I have here. This is how you can get started with your education today. All right, Merciless Markets. And then lastly, if you are interested in the chat room, you guys can feel free to check it out. The Relentless Trading chat room. This is where it goes down. These links are all down below. All right, guys. The chat room is phenomenal. It's amazing. We inspire each other. We encourage each other. We motivate each other. It's a good community. We have daily calls. And it's just a great place to be, man. Stay safe, stay green, hit that thumbs up. I'm down 2,500. I think my drawdown might be like 4K, like 5K. I mean, I don't even know. It's something. But we're a big boy trader, and this is nothing but a slap on the wrist for us. You guys know what it is when we get back to dealing with real momentum, all right? Stay safe, stay green. Pastor signing out.